Live. Welcome to the Into the Wild podcast. It is Wednesday, September 10th, and we have a full-on week 2 preview for you guys. We're going to focus a little bit on the Bears and Lions coming into week 2. Ben Johnson's homecoming to Detroit. So we have a lot to talk about there, and then we'll pick all the games. We have a special guest today. We're joined by none other than the Siddiqui cousin and diehard Bears, Bulls, Cubs fan. You name it, he is there. This is Haroon Siddiqui. Welcome to the show, Haroon.
Thank you guys for having me. Got the fam out here. Been trying to get on for a long time. So what better week to get on than Bears versus Lions? You know what it is, Aldo.
I don't know what it is. I mean, you've been ducking me. You've been ducking me for a few years at this point.
Hold up.
Fam, I gotta think about some things. I gotta regroup. I gotta talk to my boys, and we had a yearly bet for. It had to have been 3-4 years straight, and lo and behold, it was 2022, and
Wait, he's
Haroon
gone.
starts. Haroon is gone.
Do you see him?
I don't see him. Where's this guy? Why are you high keying it on the live? Oh, really? They can't hear you. Love it.
All right, so while Haroon fixes
folks.
that,
yes, folks, I'm drinking milk.
Our technical difficulties are once again upon us, so we'll get that fixed up and Into the Wild. But in the meantime, we can talk about the news. So first of all, we want to give a big shout out to my boy Saifullah Siddiqui. It's his first birthday today, and so huge shout out to you, Saifi. We remember you here on Into the Wild. And Haroon's back.
My bad. Some technical muscles.
Yes, that's how they go. We should have a muscle counter for the amount of times that Haroon is going to be saying that on this show today.
Honestly, we need a muscle counter just for ourselves. Everything that goes wrong with anything that we do, we're just like not prepared ever. And that's okay, folks. We try our best.
It's the first season, you have to work out the kinks, so it makes sense, A lot of people.
Yeah, we're an expansion team. See, Adil just loses his camera in the middle of the show. So
I didn't lose my camera. I was trying to fix the lighting in here.
Cha.
Yeah. But yeah, man. First year, we're trying to work out all sorts of kinks. I think that was the theme in Detroit and Chicago this past weekend.
Yeah. So before we get to that, let's touch on a couple other housekeeping items. Again, so Saifullah's birthday. Want to give a big shout out to MOTW and Chai T for giving us a great experience for our first live event this past Monday for the Bears and Vikings stream. We all had a great time and the food was phenomenal. So if you haven't yet, Chai T and Slice have just released wings and they're actually really good. I just had 40 of them yesterday. Between yesterday and today.
By yourself?
We was eating good.
Oh man, you got to get on some beta blockers.
But okay, let's talk about it. Let's talk about Lions and Bears. Ben Johnson's return to Detroit. Both teams coming off of really, really disappointing week ones. So we'll start with our guest here, Haroon, talking about the Bears. What's your gauge on what the situation is in Soldier Field or at Halas right now, coming off of just an abysmal offensive performance? And then how do you see us stacking up against the Lions on Sunday?
I think it was, all right, obviously we all watched the game. For the first 3 quarters, we were looking good. Offensively, we actually weren't looking good. We were struggling even in going into the fourth quarter, right? After that first drive, the offense didn't really do too much. Defense is the one that had a pick 6. I feel like in Halas Hall, though, I don't think people are tripping the way they're tripping all over Twitter, all over all of our group chats, and the vibe of Bear Nation that I'm getting from where my circles are. People are kind of really, really overreacting. Like, yes, there were some missed throws. Yes, there were some miscues. Yes, penalties there were a lot of penalties that we could have avoided. Maybe Ben Johnson didn't have the best game himself for a debut game with, the unnecessary challenge, which he should know in the rule book. That's just not going to go our way. And the way he did the kickoff, things like that. But I feel like in Halas Hall, everyone knows, what, this is a process and it's only going to get better from here. Like, he has to learn this. It's a new system, new players, new line. Like, Bear Nation, we need to relax, calm down. The season doesn't end after week 1. We have 17 games. And it's also good. I like that we have the bye week after week 4. So it's an early bye week to like figure things out, get back together. So I think in Halas Hall, I think Ben Johnson, especially with all the press conferences, what I was watching, what I was listening to, I think everyone's locked in. I think everyone understands that, it's going to be a process, and we're going to be playing hopefully our best football the last 2-3 months of the year, and not, the first month and a half. Take some time, and same thing, I'm sure, Aldo, with the Lions, you guys, there's 2 times a year where I'm not rooting against the Lions, and it's when you guys play the Packers. And same thing, you guys are figuring out new things too, with new line, new pieces. You lost the best coach you had on your team. You'll never admit it, but yeah, so I think that we're going to be up for this game. I think Ben Johnson knows that team better than any other team. He was there for 3 years. He, made them no offense to the best offense in the league, stats wise. Yeah, I think we're gonna go into Detroit, and I don't think it's gonna be the prettiest thing, but I think especially we get some of our defensive guys back, Jalen Johnson especially, get TJ Edwards to help us with the run game. I think we go to Detroit and we take that game. And I think Ben really wants to make a statement, against his old team. And, it was just so much pressure going into Monday night, prime time. Everybody's watching, the hype in the offseason, all the pressure's on you. All they're doing is talking about Caleb, breaking down every throw, every breath, every nail. Like they were killing the guy, like nonstop leading up to it. So the pressure, I think a lot of it, played factor into this home game, and you're expected to win. And, I think 12 o'clock game, they'll be a little bit more relaxed. I feel like the pressure will be a little bit less. And I feel like the team is going to want to get up and play hard for Ben Johnson to be like, hey, man, this is your old team. Let's show them, like, hey, this is why you left, to join, us, to make us better, and to show that we're the better team and you made the right call. So I think the Bears are going to come through and they're going to show up and show out.
Who do you think the pressure is less on when you say there's less pressure? Because I feel like Ben Johnson's going to feel more pressure this coming week than he did last week.
I just feel like, dude, the first game of the season, we're playing a team that's coming off, I think, 14-3 season. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think the only change they had was at quarterback, and their coach is probably arguably one of the best offensive coaches in the league. We played a good team, a good defense. Flores is an amazing coordinator. He adjusted really well in that second half. And I just feel like there's more pressure that first game, prime time, under the lights. Like, Sunday's all over, and all they're doing is talking about us all day. There's their Monday Night Football stuff going on all day. The whole town, everyone's going crazy nonstop. So I feel like after week 1 is done, and we can put it behind us. We can focus on, the next week, 12 o'clock game, more regular timing. And I just feel like the team will feel like a little bit less like, okay, we got that first game out of the way. Whatever happened. We'll watch film. We'll get better, be better. We're playing against a team who's also trying to figure out things because they, have new coaches and, new schemes and whatever they're dealing with. So I just feel like the team itself, they'll play a little bit with less jittery. I feel like Caleb too. I don't know if you noticed. I think he's a little jittery in there. Was like he was not himself at times, especially that second half. I feel like he was making decisions that I feel like he wasn't doing towards the end of last year. And, I feel like he just needs to calm down a little bit. It'll take time. Those throws will come. I know, he missed some throws in that second half, but they're going to come. I believe in the line. I believe in the coach. I believe in us. All right.
Are you giving us a better chance then against the Lions than against the Vikings?
Yes. I would say if before the season, if you told me, okay, we got the Vikings and we got the Lions, where's our better chance to win? I would actually say we'd win both games. We should have won game 1. We messed it up in the fourth, 100%. But I would say our better chance is the Lions, because the Lions' offensive line, they'll definitely be better, but they're not going to be what they were last year. They lost their best coach. Whatever other one say, you can say it. They lost their best coach. He was a great offensive mind, and it's going to take them some time to figure it out. And I'm sure the Lions will be significantly better going forward, but they won't be better than us. And it starts this Sunday. And we're going to show you guys that, Aldo. You had your fun the last 2 years. The Lions, they took over the league. They won the division 2 years in a row, which is insane because in Aldo's entire lifetime, that's never happened once. And then the last 2 years that happened. And I just feel like they peaked, they went to the NFC title game, choked away a huge lead. They won 15 games only to get destroyed by a rookie quarterback. And it was great to see. And I just feel like the Lions' time to do something were those 2 years. And now losing Glenn, losing Ben Johnson and a couple of other coaches, and a lineman retiring because he didn't want to be in Detroit anymore. That's how much he hated the Lions. I think, it's our time to step up. I mean, I'm not talking about the Packers and Vikings. That's a whole different story. They're looking pretty good, and I'm sure there'll be issues. But I think I'm not too worried about the Lions. That's what I'm saying.
Damn. Okay. Adil,
compared to the rest
response.
of the division.
Am I going off and doing my portion, or do I have to respond to Haroon?
Take it away. You do whatever you want.
Okay,
After hearing that, I would imagine that you would want to give Haroon a response.
I don't know if I should engage, to be honest. Haroon and I have been having this back and forth, and a lot of the times it's just like, you're cooked. We're gonna get you. You're cooked. All these last insert however many games, insert years. These last you got your boy. Okay, man. Okay, but you've been gone for like 2-3 years.
Nobody was gone.
We never got to talk. We never got to make our bet. We said, hey, come on out. Let's watch games together. Come to Detroit. I'll come to Chicago. I came to Chicago for a game. Mind you, the Lions were the underdogs in an away game in December. And I was like, guys, I'm pulling through. Let's go watch the game. And I didn't hear anything. It's like, hey, guys, it's cold. It's cold in December. We're not gonna go. It's the upper deck. That's where it gets cold. So we can't go. And mind you, the Lions, we had Jeff Okudah starting at corner for us. Like, that's how bad things were for the Lions. And Haroon was ducking me. I think he knew since that time
Definitely
that the Bears are made to disappoint. So if I engage with a man like Haroon, I feel like I'm not going to see the payoff. And Wase is the other side of the coin, because Wase would be like, bet, let's do this. And I say, I don't, Wase, hold on, man. I don't want your money. I want your dignity. Because everything that I'll say, it was like, all right, we're going to do this bet. All right, I want to make sure we have this bet in place. I want you to always remember what happened. And it just they kind of slink away. Oh, you're go back into the darkness.
Your memory is really just like you're just living in this last 2-year realm. First of all,
yes,
all of that is fabricated. That. Second of all, we split with you guys the year before the Caleb year with Fields, with all of the issues we had. We still split with you guys. Last year, our coaching literally we fired him because of how badly he coached that game. He coached so badly where he was fired, and then our team, kind of spiraled all the way. That's how you guys beat us that second game, and whatever it was. But you're acting like it's been some type of like Packers level of domination. That is not the case at all. That is not the case. Not with this rivalry, okay? Even in our worst days, we're still beating you guys. We're splitting with you guys. We're having close games.
I'm sorry. I think these are your worst games. And there was a period, I think, within the last 5 years that you guys were in a 10-game losing streak to us. Or something like that.
I'm pretty sure that's not the case.
I think you guys were one.
I'm pretty sure the Nagy era, we were dominating with you guys. That was not the case.
Yeah, no. We have not been. There's never been a 10-game
that happened with us to the
streak
Packers
to the
for
Lions.
sure, because we just broke that. I definitely know that.
Yeah. That's not. You're getting this shit twisted because we beat you guys in 23.
I'm not getting it twisted. I just want you guys.
You're definitely getting it twisted.
I'm pretty sure the Nagy era.
I mean, we always do this. It's always brought up where it was like, hey, you were 9-1 against us for a little bit, and then it kind of goes, that time. So it was from 2013 all the way to 2017. You guys were 1-9 against us.
You're talking about 12 years.
I want you to remember that 2013 to 2017, you were 1-9. Okay, you were 1-9. I just want you to remember that. Since that point, you had a little bit of a winning streak. I think it was 3 years. I think you won 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 games straight, and then after that, back into irrelevance. I think 1 year,
what is that?
2 years you split, and
the
then
Lions franchise is under
you guys are
the word
1-6 against us, or 1-5.
How are you saying irrelevance to us?
I mean, I'm just saying. You
that literally did not win a division in your lifetime until the last 2 years. How can you say irrelevant and mention us?
Because I I'm sorry, it's dominance. What do you want me to say?
Are you serious?
And then here, let me paint something. So I already did this to Nadim and Wase. They were a little surprised, taken aback. The Bears in the last 8 years have finished 4th 8 times. You guys are very irrelevant.
I understand where we.
You guys are very irrelevant.
Even when we're last
you
place,
need
we're
to
more
calm
relevant
it
than the
down.
Lions.
I need you to calm
Even
it
when
down.
we're last place, we're more relevant than you.
Calm it down. I need you to calm it down.
And
I want you to know your role.
Your franchise has been irrelevant since 1957.
Know your role.
Aldo, you will not
know
admit
your role.
I know it. Watson knows it. Nadim knows it.
Know what? I'm speaking facts,
peak.
and you just saying. I think you're.
You guys are the most.
I think you're
outside
bad.
of the Browns. You guys are probably the most irrelevant franchise. This recent history, the last 2 years happened. Okay, fine, sure. You had great years. You had players. Some things worked your way. Some luck. Some good. Whatever happened. You peaked. That's it.
I
lost in that NFC title game. You thought you made plans for the Super Bowl at halftime. You and your boys. I know our producer Talha was there. Hey man, all right, Super Bowl. All right, we're gonna get tickets. We're gonna fly here. We're gonna stay here at this hotel. What happened? The game started, and what happened? The Lions lined. They gave up that game. Your coach even basically straight up said it. Yeah, we're not coming back here, without saying it. The following year, what happened? You won 15 games. Probably shouldn't have won 15. Won 15 games somehow, some way, and got demolished. We were telling you that you were not a proper number 1 15-2 team. You were a fake 15-2, and you kept saying, no, they're legit. Oh, they're this. They played the Commanders that we had beat. We lost to them on the luckiest Hail Mary ever. They destroyed you guys.
All right.
They demolished you guys.
I hear a lot of excuses from Haroon and a lot of talking.
Your team
do you want me to speak, or do you want to just spew whatever is coming to your mind?
Like the Lions franchise started 2 years ago.
What is the La La Land? I'm sorry, you just negate what I say without saying any facts.
I'm just telling you
the Lions lost in the playoffs while we were
2 years,
4th place for the last 10 years.
You had. You've never had ever.
I mean,
that's it.
I would love for you to actually just give me facts. Give me truths, like
I just gave
objective
you
facts.
I said you guys
the
peaked
Bears.
the last 2
The
years.
Bears are the
lost
gutter
your coaches. You lost a few linemen.
Hold on. This isn't a shouty show here, okay? We're not.
It needs to be. We need some juice on this show. I'm a diehard Bears fan. I'm gonna tell you about it. All right.
What are you
Nadim and Wasi, everyone wants to talk analytically and put on their little analytical head. Okay, you know what?
Brother,
no.
Hold on 1 second. Your best day, your Super Bowl. Sorry, your second Super Bowl was when Ben Johnson's private jet information got on Twitter. And you guys got I don't know how you're just like, it's happening. Caleb is gonna change.
Offense was so good was because of Ben Johnson,
hold on, buddy. I'm in mid-sentence. I'm in mid-sentence, buddy. You gotta let me speak. By the time you guys played your first game, Caleb Williams had 190 yards in that first. Oh, the savior is here. Ben Johnson, Jared Goff ain't stuff without Ben. Ben Johnson threw away the game in the 4th quarter. Now, where have I seen that? Oh, yeah. Every game for the last 10 years, where you guys can't hold the lead, your offense can't score. The fact that you guys want to sit on this high, you know when you're walking around and that kid who's got the scrawny little stature, scrawny demeanor, it's like, hey man, I'll beat you up, I'll do whatever you, and then you just kind of go, I think something is. Where's that noise coming from? And you have to oh man, someone back there, what's happened? It's getting kind of that is, oh man, I don't know what else to do. This guy from behind me has just been tailing me for the last 10 years. I guess, hey buddy, do you want to come up here? And then you veer off the road and crash. The fact that Caleb Williams had trouble connecting, not on difficult passes, something over the middle, an intermediate pass.
He missed yards. I'm not. We saw
I'm just saying, I would get off that high horse. I want you to just wait until the game. Wait until you have something to talk about.
You talk about the Lions as if they're like the Eagles or the Niners or the Chiefs. They're not that. The Steelers, the Pack. They're not that level. They've been nothing for years, your entire life. And the most they ever did was the last 2 years.
If you want to take the history of the NFL, the entirety of the NFL, sure. Why don't you go back to 1985? Yeah, go live in that era.
You've never even been to a Super Bowl. Don't talk to me about Super Bowl.
Brother, you haven't either. You weren't born.
We have a new coach.
You didn't know when. You never
2006.
We're
All
trying.
right,
Yeah,
I'm buttoning. I'm buttoning. First of all, one point I want to make is Aldo's been like ragging on Ben Johnson. Like the Lions didn't just score 6 points without Ben Johnson in their first game. In their only game without him, they were shit. So as much as he didn't coach well in his first ever game as a head coach. First ever game, they were crap without him. With Dan Campbell, who was your savior, you scored 6 points against the Green Bay Packers in the division that you have been parading around as like, this is your stuff. Well, it's not yours anymore because your offensive coordinator is gone, your defensive coordinator is gone, and your team looks out of flux. You scored less than the Bears did on Monday night. Let's get into this game. Let's get into this game on Sunday.
Against a lesser team. So I'll respond because this little 2-on-1 situation, it's a little disheartening because I didn't think that you guys would use really bad, lame talking points in order to not prove a point over and over again. So I'll respond to everything. The same thing that happened to the Bears on Monday night is what happened to the Lions on Sunday afternoon. Except the difference is the Lions played the worst game of their last 3 years, and the Bears played probably the best game of the last 3 years. And that's what you guys are talking about. You guys are still worried about this not being good enough. For us, we have a standard set that we think that this is the worst game we played. That everyone played bad. We have to fix it. With the Bears, you guys are saying, maybe we should wait and see. Things might get better. For us, we say, hey, no, we got to fix that. For the Lions, you're like, the Lions lost. The Lions lost, but the Lions, everything a Bears fan says is, hey, the Lions lost, but never about what the Bears gained. So here's what the Bears
talking
gained.
about.
What are we talking about? Hold on.
We've been saying
the Bears.
We need to fix it.
Let me finish it. The Bears is
but
saying.
You're just saying nonsense.
Let me finish it.
You're saying things that aren't true.
I'm saying true.
No, nothing you're saying is true.
I remember you guys saying, yeah, the Lions window is closed. Ben Johnson is here. And Ben Johnson, the whiz kid who goes out, gets his offensive line. He has got his skill players in place. They invest heavily in those positions too. 180, 200 yards in the air? Maybe? Bad coaching decisions?
Is Ben Johnson's entire coaching career in one game?
Yes.
Is that what we're saying?
He was only the head coach for the one game.
So that one game is going to be everything he does going forward?
Until he plays the next game, yes. Because he's only played the one game. I don't know.
That's a stupid argument.
All right, so I'll talk about things that haven't happened yet. Ben Johnson next week is going to get his ass whooped because guess what? The Bears roster isn't there. The Lions played with a new interior offensive line, new coaches, new scheme, new system. And guess what? We didn't play in the preseason. Those were their first reps. With all your guys' first reps, you see Caleb Williams over here not coming through. What does that tell you? It tells you that you guys don't know how to win. You guys
got whooped from the jump. You guys got destroyed that entire game.
My good sir, the Lions actually had more. The Lions had more red zone trips than the Packers did. And the thing is that the Lions will say this is the worst game we've played. It is not good.
Didn't you get destroyed by the Ravens last year or the year before that? Like demolished. I'm pretty sure.
The year before that was the Packers game.
This is
still
not the worst
worse.
Game the Lions played.
Still worse than the Ravens. You know why?
Wasn't
because
it like
the Packers
46 blowout or something like that.
No, it wasn't a 40-6.
It was like 35-3.
That's rich coming from a fan base that's gotten nothing but blowouts over the last 8 to 10 years. But it's rich.
So have you. So have you. 8 to 10 years. You have 2 years of relevancy. Before 2 years ago, you're getting blown out every game.
Okay. Hold on. Let's compare the Bears and the Lions last 10 years. Bring up playoff records, playoff appearances, records.
We made the playoffs twice. Where Cody Parkey missed kick away from a playoff win.
Sorry? No playoff wins? Okay, shut your mouth.
How many playoff wins do you have?
You literally got your first playoff win.
How many playoff wins do you have?
Listen,
how many playoff wins do you have? One?
Shut your mouth.
One playoff
win? Two.
Exactly.
Shut your mouth. You're
playoff win.
That was your first 2 playoff wins of your life.
You have nothing to hold a stick to. I don't understand how you guys are doing this. You guys are worse than us in every regard for the last 10 years. There's facts, actual facts. What are we arguing?
You
That you
haven't
guys
won a
are-
playoff
you guys
game
think
until
that you-
2 years ago.
Hold on.
You know
What
that,
are
right?
you
Last year
arguing?
you didn't win
What are
any
you
playoff
arguing?
game.
Hold on.
Your season
What
ended
are
the
you?
same way.
What are you arguing? Oh, your season
You
ended.
didn't win a playoff game
Did
until
the
2 years
Bears
ago.
season end in the playoffs? Yes or no?
No one's arguing that we
Okay,
had a
let's
better
move
season
on.
or
Let's
not.
move on. You know. You
Your
understand.
team is
Let's not
irrelevant.
do
You
this.
haven't won a playoff game in your life until 2 years ago. You're acting like your team has been some big juggernaut or something. They're not.
Hey,
They
Nasser,
just
do you know who
recently did
the Lions beat after they beat the Rams?
Yes.
I guess every Bears fan is delusional and misinformed. You guys need to
What-
fact check.
You didn't
I don't
do-
know who
what did-
goofies are out here, who
That was your
casuals
first
are here in
playoff
the
win in
chat.
God knows how long.
Yeah, how many
definitely in your
playoff wins do you
lifetime.
have? How many playoff wins do you have in the last 10 years? Shut your mouths. Let's move on.
You literally haven't done anything.
How many?
You did some.
What have
Dream,
what
you
have
gotta
the
check this
Bears
guy.
done?
2
I
years.
want-
I mean-
hold on,
2
hold on.
years of good
What?
seasons,
Hold
and
on.
the man's on cloud 9.
Have the Bears done in the last 10 years that the
Ridiculous.
Lions have not done? Let's hear it. Okay,
Ridiculous.
move on. Okay,
I'm
we're
not
done.
here to argue the
Listen,
Bears have
that
been so
silence
good
is
in this.
golden.
We've
That
had
silence
quarterback
is
issues,
golden.
that coaching
Move
issues.
on.
No
That
one's arguing
silence,
that.
that
But your
silence
team
is
hasn't
golden.
done anything.
Move on.
Your 2
Move on.
years is all you're
Move
holding on to,
on.
and that peak is
silence
done.
was golden. Move on.
Your peak
You
is
don't
done.
have an answer.
Don't
you don't
act
have
like
an
you're
answer.
a team like that. You're
You,
not.
okay, have the Bears
Please,
had more
please.
success than the Lions the last 10 years? Move
No.
on. There you go.
No.
There you go. Okay, don't
But
have
we're
this
talking about
conversation.
because of the last 2
We're
years
talking
ago.
about a game
Don't
on.
have this
We're
conversation.
talking about a game on Sunday, and you're talking about the last 10 years.
No, you're not talking about the game on Sunday.
But the
You've said
last
so
two years-
many things
no
over the
one
last
other than
5
you-
minutes.
No one other than you brought up the last 10 years.
No, hold on one second.
Dream, he would
Homeboy
have
over
nothing.
here,
The last
Harun,
2
is
years is
talking
the
about
only reason he's
the
irrelevant in
last
any
2
way.
years of what the Lions
He
have.
never
is
won a
the
playoff
only
game his
reason.
whole life. All we did was you never won a division. You never won
Let's
a playoff
move on.
game.
Let's move
All
on.
that
You don't have to say
happened
the
for the
same thing
first time
again.
in his
You were
life
silent for a reason. You
years
have
ago.
nothing to, no leg to stand on. Let's
no
move
one's
on.
being silent on it. I'm telling you the truth. Your peak
You
is
are
done,
being
and the
silent.
Lions are done.
Have the Bears
This Sunday, you'll see it
outperformed the
yourself.
Lions? Have the Bears outperformed the Lions in the last 10 years?
Have the Bears outperformed the
What
Lions
do
in
you
the last
mean
15
10
years?
We beat you guys
Yeah.
have a good amount of time to the last 10
No.
years.
Have they made the playoffs? Have they won playoff games? Have they won the
Yeah,
division?
we made
How
the
many
playoffs a
times?
couple times. Yeah, we won
Yeah,
the
any
division.
playoff wins?
You can
Any
move.
playoff wins?
You won the division for
How
the
many
first
divisions?
time.
How many divisions? How many playoff wins? Move on.
We won the division
You
once.
can-
You won the division
You can
twice.
say
What are you
the
talking about
exact
here?
same thing
Okay,
if
so
you
less,
move it
right?
years.
Can't do that.
Lesser
Stop
than?
acting like you're
lesser
all
than?
recency bias.
Lesser
Stop,
than?
bro. Stop.
Lesser than? Lesser than? Lesser than?
This is
just
so.
two
Stop. Just stop.
two
2
less
years.
than one?
That's all. And last year,
Two
you won the
less
division
than
only to
one?
lose and get killed.
Two
in the
less
playoffs.
than one, right? Okay,
It's
move
not
on.
by much
Move on.
at all. You're acting like you won the division 10 times and you've been doing. You didn't do anything. 2 years is all you have. And this
Not by
past year, when you
much.
won 15 games,
Not
you didn't
by
even win a
much.
playoff
Okay,
game.
what's the outlook this year for the
You
Bears? What are
didn't
the
win a playoff
expectations?
game.
What are the expectations for the Bears? What's your expectation for the Bears?
That will get better as the season goes on and we'll compete for a playoff spot.
What's the
That's gonna
expectation for
happen.
Lions?
Probably the same thing. People think they're going to
Huh?
win the division because of
Excuse
last
me,
year,
what?
but that's
Wait,
not going to
probably
happen.
the same thing. Hold on.
Yeah,
What's
they're
the
not going to be as
expectations for
good
the
as they
Lions?
were last year. That's
What
not
are the
case.
expectations? Hold on. What are the expectations for the Lions?
I don't know.
You
tell me.
said it.
Okay,
You
I'm
said
not
it
looking
several
into the
times.
Lions. but
No, you said it
people
yourself.
have picked them to win the division. People have picked them to make the playoffs because
And
of
do what?
last year.
And do what? And do what?
They're not doing anything with it. They're not a better team
And
this
do
year than they
what?
were last year.
There's the difference, okay? You
They're
guys are
not.
just happy to be here. You're the
What do you
nerdy
mean happy to
kid
be here? We
in
have
the
a new coach
glasses,
and a
and you're
new
standing in the
players and a
corner and
new
you're hoping
team.
a girl asks you to the dance. And you guys say, maybe if a girl comes near me, I might be able to get
What are you talking about?
Maybe I
Dream.
can make the playoffs. Maybe if Caleb does better. Maybe.
You
Maybe
2
Ben
years
Johnson-
of relevancy
Ben
makes you
Johnson-
talk like this and act
But
like
Ben
this. Like you're some
Johnson,
juggernaut team.
Ben Johnson makes our offense.
All right, getting to the game. Let's get back into the game. What's going to happen on Sunday? Give me your predictions.
Yeah, I don't think that there's anything that we really need to talk about outside of a complete Lions domination. If you think that the Lions would not have a get right game, we haven't lost back-to-back games in 3 years. Let's not do this. It's going to be embarrassing.
Harun, what's your prediction?
This man is ridiculous. That's number one. Okay. My prediction is the Bears are going to win. And it might not be the number one, Jalen Johnson. I think he was in full practice today. So we need our guys back. All right. Bears are going to win. It might be a little closer than I want. I would like to say we'd win by 14 or 13, but it's most likely going to be a one possession game. Our defense is going to come to play. Caleb is going to be better. Passes are going to be made, accurate passes. and the
Why do you have
Bears
to
are
emphasize
going to
that?
show, and the Bears are going to win the game. Because
Isn't that
that's
the
what the
expectation?
rhetoric has been. Oh,
Is that
he
the
was so
expectation?
inaccurate. He had a bad.
So was he
game, this.
inaccurate? Was he inaccurate
Yeah,
last
he had
game?
a bad second half.
Okay.
Yeah, he struggled.
Okay,
It's
good.
okay to do that.
I'm
You have
glad
a
you
new
know.
system and a new team
I'm
and
glad
a new
you know.
coach. Things
Do we
don't
not
work
have?
like that.
Do we not have a
It
system
takes
or a
time
team
to
or a
figure
coach?
things out. You guys have to figure it out too. That's fine. But I'm
Okay.
telling you what's going to happen on Sunday. The Bears
All
are going to come through. We're going to get our starters back on defense. We need Jalen Johnson and Edwards and
Ooh,
Gordon.
Adel
Who cares
Nassar wants to
about
make
your
a bet with
starters?
you.
All right,
I
and
don't
the
know who
Bears
this
are going to win.
person
The Bears are
is.
going to come through into Detroit and take that win Sunday.
He
Gonna
wants
go
to make
one
a
up.
bet with you on Lions and Bears.
I don't know who this gentleman is at all. First of all, so
Who's
I
commenting on
can't
that?
ensure
my
that
friend Nasser.
anyone will go through with any bet.
I
that they
will
say that
ensure it.
they
I'm the
will.
middleman. I will be the middleman and ensure it.
I don't even know if it's even worth it to take a bet with these Bears, because what are they gonna say? I don't bet money, and then what are you gonna do? What I'm gonna say? Hey, like, you gotta make a video recording saying the Bears still suck. I don't give a damn. What can I gain from this gentleman? He might be very esteemed, Mr. Nasser.
I need 2022 Abo to talk to today, Abo, because you are on some crazy high horse as if you did something because you won the division a couple times. And I don't know what happened to you. Like, you're so arrogant. You think your team is the shit. Like, you're so, and you disrespect Ben Johnson.
Nasser, what are we
act like he
betting?
didn't do anything.
What are we
It's
betting?
so crazy
Wait,
to me.
I never said Ben Johnson did not.
You
do
literally said
anything.
Ben is not the reason. He's whatever. It's all Dan
I
Campbell.
said
it's this,
Ben's
and
not.
that. I'm listening to the
I
show.
said
I'm
Ben
hearing you
is
say it
not
yourself.
the main reason.
He is the
for
main
the
reason that
Lions'
offense
success.
is gold. Yes, he's the main
Excuse
reason that
me?
offense is successful.
Okay, yeah, I disagree with you. I don't think that you know anything about the Lions, and
Okay, that's
and that
ridiculous. Okay.
goes to show you with what the Bears'
Yeah, because
offensive
everybody in the
performance was.
NFL wanted to hire
What the-
Ben Johnson because he had nothing. He was Bears. Oh, Dan
what
Campbell.
the Bears offensive showing was last week against the Minnesota Vikings after leading the game by double digits. That's funny. That's real rich.
Yeah, one game is not going to show you everything. It's going to take time to figure things out. Like, you know that.
But the Lions losing last week, that was enough to tell you guys we were going to get whooped. Keep the same energy.
The Lions
Keep the same
losing-
energy.
The offense. You guys have the same guys for the last couple of years. We're coming in with new pieces, new linemen, new coaches everywhere, new schemes. It's a little
How
bit
those
different.
linemen do?
You guys
How
are
those
supposed to.
linemen
Oh
do?
wait, the
How
last
those
2 years,
linemen
the
do?
last 3 years, we had Ben Johnson.
How those linemen do?
You guys look like crap with
How do
all
those
that
linemen
same
do?
guys and same rapport.
How do those
It's a
linemen
little
do?
different.
How do those linemen do?
They had up
Drew
and down games.
Dahlman,
They'll be better.
Jonah
They'll be better.
Jackson.
Yeah, they'll be better.
They'll be better. I'm sure. Sure. I hope.
Listen, man, it's
All
can't
right.
wait till Sunday.
So
I hope-
Haroon's got the Bears. Aldo's got the Lions.
When does Haroon
Dream, tell me
not
what you
have
got.
the Bears?
What's your prediction? Dream?
Haroon.
I'm not gonna
has-
lie. We had a guest, Mr. Mark Grody, came on the show about a month ago, and he
Great.
really surprised me by
Great.
picking the Bears to lose Monday Night Football against the Vikings. But
He
he
was
said
right.
the Bears are going to go into Detroit and win.
I
And I
like
think
that.
I'm going to ride that wave, and I think
Let's
I'm
go,
going to pick the
Dream.
Bears
Let's
to win this game.
go. That's what I'm
Let's do
talking
it.
about.
All
Hell
right,
yeah.
All right. Good for the.
And Grody's
The
been
Bears
watching
fan.
football
I'm-
longer than all of us been alive, so I gotta respect that take for sure.
Yeah, that's fine. Belichick, he was coaching great football for 22 years before. Well, we know. So everyone can make.
All right, let's go through the rest of the schedule real quick. Talk about these games. So we've got a good Thursday night game. We've got the Packers and the Commanders. Now,
Dream,
the
sorry.
Packers.
I know you guys are about to go break down every game. I'm gonna have to step out, but just wanted to give a last thank you guys for having me. I hope to be on many more shows, and I will be back next week as soon as the Bears beat the hell out of the Lions. Bear Nation.
What's going to happen?
The season turns
We-
this weekend.
We might need you to come on Sunday.
After
Sunday,
Sunday, 4:00. We're locking in. We're locking
do
in.
it.
Victory Monday's coming. Bears Lions.
You're
Ado,
planning
your
for 3 months
arrogance,
from now?
all this talking and all this high horse talking, you're gonna come back down to earth and be humble. Get ready for
Arrogance.
Sunday.
Damn.
All right, brothers.
Okay, thank you, Haroon.
Bear down.
Good to see you. Thank you.
All right, we need someone in here to help pick Wase's pick because he's down. He's gonna be down a week. We need
I
all
thought
of his
that
picks in.
why don't we'll have the chat. We'll have the chat do.
All right, chats will pick
Wase's
for
pick.
Wase.
So
Perfect.
chat, stay tuned. You're gonna pick Wase's pick. So we'll have that
Share.
featured.
Wase's looking good.
So last week we actually won because we went 11-5 between the two of us. And Wase went 10-6. That's how that works. Yeah, that math checks out. All right, but okay, so the Packers destroyed the Lions last week. The run defense that we were so skeptical about actually played really well, and I was really surprised.
Sorry. Oh shoot! Yeah, we completely jumped on that.
Shoot.
Dude, he abruptly kicked it. What do you want me to do? He was just like, "All right, guys, sorry, things are getting too real."
Well, let's see if you can get him back. Anyways.
Yeah, I'll see if you can log back in.
All right, so the Commanders are coming in. They have completely changed the running back room. Debo is playing a hybrid role, and he's getting a lot more action than he normally does. And it looks like Terry McLaurin kind of came into his own. But they also played the Giants, and the Giants were so bad, at least offensively, on Sunday. So it's hard to tell.
Even defensively, they were a little bit suspect for.
Yeah,
I think majority.
And I feel like this could be like a game where we see if Jaden's really going to take that sophomore slump. So how do you see this playing out?
I think short week. Commanders are traveling to Green Bay. There is a time change as well. They're going to the Central Time Zone. It's going to affect the body. We're going to say the Packers win.
Yeah, I think the same. I think I'm going to go Packers here. The Browns at the Ravens. So Baltimore is coming off of probably, I mean, I feel like we talk about this almost every week one, right? They're in some primetime game that they should have won. And somehow, I mean, 33-19 in third quarter, somehow they lose that game. And it's kind of like they couldn't stop the momentum of the Bills at all. And then for whatever reason, Harbaugh takes the ball out of Lamar's hands with the game on the line. That just made no sense. They're running jet sweeps to Zay Flowers. They keep Derrick Henry on the sideline. Like, what are they doing? But
Nadim, can we get that one on there? There you go.
Yeah.
This is kind of verbatim. This is something Wase would say.
Oh, we should actually need to ask the chat. Chat, who wins between the Packers and Commanders? Put that in the comments.
You're picking for Wase.
You're picking Wase. Yeah, you're picking for Wase. But yeah, the Ravens, I think they're going to dominate this game. I think they're going to take all that energy out on the Browns in this one.
Yeah, I think that the Ravens also win this game. They're playing at home, home field advantage, home opener. I think that the Browns are a surprisingly decent team, all things considered. I think that the Bengals defense looked better, and they were still kind of moving the ball. The Browns were.
The Bengals offense didn't look good, though. I feel like they just
yes, that's correct.
But they look better than normal week ones because they're usually super rusty. But I think they were playing without much reps.
Yeah, I also think that the Ravens pass defense is a little sus. We're gonna see it's not gonna come down to the wire, but the Ravens will win by 8 points.
Oh, I wonder what the line is.
I think it's 11.5.
Do you think the Browns cover?
Yeah. I think the Browns cover. I think that the Browns they'll have enough defensive pressure. I think that they're good enough to plug up holes, and Lamar is going to have to pull off some heroics in order to get things going.
Yeah. All right. Bengals and Jaguars. This could be a sneaky game if the Bengals don't get back to their complete dominance of last year. The Jaguars, Trevor Lawrence looked okay. I mean, all the hype that he had in the offseason. Travis Hunter's playing on both sides, but I do think it's a get-right game for the Bengals. I mean, we keep picking favorites here, but I'm going to pick the Bengals in this one.
I think that the Jags benefited from a weird hour-and-a-half rain delay. Like the game started, things were looking a little awkward for both teams, but I think the Jags are at home, right? And I think their facilities are a little bit better. Their locker room, I think they came out warmer, and the Panthers kind of lost steam. So I think that was kind of just happenstance, and I like the Bengals to blow them out.
Yeah. Giants and
Hold on.
Cowboys. This is a
Wase,
sneaky
hold on.
one.
Chat's got to choose for Jags Bengals.
Oh yeah, give me Jags Bengals, then the Ravens Browns. The chat.
Also, shout out to Shahir, one of my most consistent viewers from Detroit.
Solid. You saw
my mom is literally why are you guys yelling? Oh man, that Haroon business. All right, so I'm gonna think that because
Jags beat Bengals.
Wase's got a hard on for Brian Thomas Jr. and he's gonna
He'll
say
pick
that
the
the Bengals
Beng-
suck. I think he'll pick the Jags because he likes upset picks. I think he's picking the Jags.
All right. Oh, Shahir.
Yep. Okay.
Joe
Okay.
Burrow's
Okay.
ideal
Okay.
man.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
Giants Cowboys.
I think Cowboys
So-
take it pretty convincingly.
Oh, you really? So I think the Giants defense is actually going to keep them in this game. That front seven. I mean, we saw what the Cowboys deal with on offense without anybody on the front seven, but I think they're going to have a lot more pressure in this one. But that Giants offense looks all out of sorts. So yeah, I'm gonna
The
pick
Giants
Cowboys
will
too.
generate the pressure, but I was surprised with the Cowboys defense last week. And it almost felt as if the Cowboys were looking to prove all the naysayers wrong. So I'm going to pick the Cowboys because I think that run game was surprisingly effective.
Okay.
But then again, I also picked the Philadelphia Eagles to recede back into a little bit of a
No, but I mean, without Jalen Carter, right, you really had a sudden advantage to the Cowboys' offensive line to get that run game going. And it wasn't like they really, really performed that well. Javonte was just able to have over 3 yards per carry and then score some goal line tutties. But outside of that, I feel like there's no way Wase would be picking against the Cowboys in this one. It's funny though.
All right. I think we all know
we already did
Lions Bears are going.
Lions Bears.
Are you writing
let's
these
do
down,
Patriots and Dolphins. Yeah, I got it.
Okay.
Patriots and Dolphins.
Dolphins is get right game.
Oh, I don't think so. I do not think so. They looked like the worst team in the NFL last week.
They did.
But they completely just I mean, we talked about it in the preseason too, right? They were playing the Bears and they're like, the Bears are too tough for us. They're practicing too tough. And they got out physical by the Colts. And the Patriots, it's Mike Vrabel. And the Patriots, as bad as they played last week, it was a rain game, so I kind of throw that out. I think that the Patriots win this one.
Here's the reason why I'm going to pick the Dolphins. And I think it's because McDaniels can scheme up a run game pretty well. I felt like the Patriots on defense overperformed because of the rain. The Patriots are also traveling into Miami. It's going to be muggy. It's going to be hot. And we got a bunch of inexperienced and players without chemistry. Inexperienced players, no chemistry. I think that the Dolphins put a good game plan together. They win this one.
But they also get Christian Gonzalez back, and they didn't have him on Sunday.
They lost their DC. He's stepping away from the team.
The Patriots?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know.
Anyway, sorry. I think, but if I was Wase, I think he's a Drake May slap.
Yeah, no,
guy.
this is a Patriots for Wase.
I think he's
sure.
picking
Shahir said the
Patriots.
same thing.
Do we need? We should have had Shahir on. I think he's got Wase down pretty bad.
49ers and ooh, that would be fun. That would be a good one. 49ers and Saints. Saints played a pretty good ball game last week. I don't know if that was bad Cardinals or good Saints, but I was surprised that they played the Cardinals tough. especially your being your NFC Championship team participant in the Cardinals, and the Saints played them decent, but I think this is all 49ers. The one caveat to this is that Mac Jones is actually going to be playing QB for the 49ers.
Yeah, but I think me and Wasi had already said this. Um, for the 49ers and particularly Kyle Shanahan, you do what he says and the game goes well. And I think Mac Jones is very capable of doing that. I think that the Cardinals have a good game here. Not Cardinals, I apologize. Sorry. The 49ers have a good game here. I think they take this one.
See, I'm really weary about this game. And my survivor strategy was picking the Saints picking whoever was playing the Saints every single week and just going based off of that. But yeah, I think the 49ers have to win this game. Bills Jets, Justin Fields coming off of a really, really strong performance. The offense looked really good. Aaron Glenn had the defense humming as well. Bills coming off of a dramatic late comeback win. This could be an upset, but I think that's putting a lot of stock into week one, and I'm going to stick with the Bills here.
I think that we all knew that the Jets would play hard and tough, but I think that they'll just be overmatched on offense because at the end of the day, if the Jets happen to continuously score, the Bills have a great way of just saying, hey, Josh, can we throw out everything we've done in practice and can you just win us the game? And Josh Allen will go absolutely nuts, absolutely crazy. I think, and what beats Josh really are really good linebackers, people who can cover if he is rolling out of the pocket. But the Jets have decent linebackers. I'm not saying that they do or they don't. But I think that the Bills will find a way to go and win. I think that the run game is going to be too good for the Jets to stop the bleeding. Bills take it easily.
The one thing that I think about is there's always that Josh Allen game after a big win where the offense just doesn't move. And it's not due to anything other than just being stymied. And I just think they're out of gas. I'm trying to look back to see when he had it last year. Let's see. Yeah, it was week 2. It was week 2 at Miami. He went
Miami
13 for 19, 139 yards, and a touchdown. And he didn't do anything in rushing. He had 2 rush attempts for 2 yards. Ooh, man, this is such a spot for that. Dude, I'm just gonna do it. I'll go the Jets. I'm just gonna pick the Jets here.
This is our upset pick right here.
This is the big upset of the week. Shahir, let us know what Was. Yeah, there you go. Jets win. Okay, Wase. Let's see. Steelers and the Seahawks. This is a great game. This is one of the games to watch for this week.
Here's the thing, though. Wase hates Justin Fields.
Yeah.
All right, Wase's gonna pick the Bills. That one Wase's got. Okay, sorry, go on.
Steelers, Seahawks. Seahawks D looked good. Steelers D didn't look good. Aaron Rodgers was okay. I feel like the stat line was a little inflated his actual play. But Seahawks traveling all the way to Pittsburgh, I don't feel good about that, so I'll take the Steelers.
Yeah, time zone, long travel, but I also think that Aaron Rodgers' connection with Calvin Austin kind of made him feel like he could play a little bit more free. So as the game went on, I felt like Rodgers got better. I would say that it wasn't his best game, but as the game wore on, it looked like he was doing better. So that's why I'm gonna take the Steelers still. I think that the Steelers will eke one out. I don't think Sam Darnold is that guy, or at least the guy that would step in and in game 2 make sure that everything is humming. So I'm gonna pick Steelers by way of Seahawks offense being poor.
Let's see the Shahir pick for Wase come in. But Rams Titans, I think that's a blowout. Rams defense looked phenomenal. Stafford, even with the epidural shots or whatever he's taken, looked pretty good. The way that he was getting balls into tight zones and Steelers for Wase. I'm taking the Rams here. I think it's gonna be a blowout.
It's funny because Wase is sick. And it is also funny that this is a very Hyderabadi thing to say. Or like, oh yeah, I'm doing homeopath. I'm taking Zinda Talismat.
Oh man. All right,
So
what's
I
your
think
pick
all
for
of us
Rams
would pick the
Titans?
Rams. All of us would pick the Rams. Easy.
Okay, Panthers and Cardinals. These are two of your teams. These are like odd little teams right here. And you said that you thought the Jags were benefited by the rain delay, which means you probably thought that the Panthers would have done better. The
I
Cardinals
predicted the Panthers
severely
to win last
underperformed.
week.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
Cardinals severely underperformed against the Saints. So what are you picking here?
I'm going to pick the Cardinals pretty comfortably. Again, I think that the Cardinals were playing at New Orleans, right?
Yeah.
I think that they're going to play a little bit more comfortable at home. I think that I was hoping that the Panthers offense would look more fluid, but it looked, I think, more simple than I would have hoped it would have looked. And I didn't watch the game closely enough to discern if there was any problems specifically. So I'm going to say that the Cardinals dominate this one and they do it badly.
Yeah, I'm picking the Cardinals here too.
Yeah, the Cardinal. I think Wase would agree. The Cardinals got this one.
Broncos Colts. The Bo Nix looked bad last week. The Colts severely overperformed, but Bo Nix was a big story because I don't know what he was seeing.
The thing is, the Titans have a sneaky defense, so I don't blame Bo Nix for like thinking that he was going to get away with some things and then trying out things that probably wouldn't have worked. The problem for me is the Colts looked so friggin' good last week. I don't know which way I should go. Their offense good. The defense looked amazing.
It was the Dolphins.
It was the Dolphins.
I'm going to go Broncos. I mean, this is my AFC West pick. I just think that their defense is so like Nick Bonito looked ferocious last week.
Oh my God, everywhere. Freaking everywhere. I think that Daniel Jones comes down to earth. And the Broncos defense was everything that we thought it would be.
Yeah.
And I think there was a lot of question about what Daniel Jones brought to the table. People were thinking that it was going to be late round or late season Giants Daniel Jones, and he was just a little bit more competent. He had more time to throw, and I think he was looking for I guess multiple different reads, right? Like just stuff that I haven't seen it in Indianapolis in a while. And I think certain people thought that Steichen was the reason why, or that he wasn't able to, for whatever reason, coach up those kids. So I'm going to say the Broncos.
All right.
And Shahir's mad that we're debating this. He dropped the act. Can you just give me a Wase here? Give me a Wase here, Shahir. Something Wase would say about that.
This will be our game of the week: the Eagles and the Chiefs Super Bowl rematch. I don't see the Chiefs winning this. I think it's going to be maybe even close to what we saw in the Super Bowl, but I think the Eagles get this pretty comfortably.
Really? I thought the Chiefs were going to win this easily.
Easily? Okay.
I thought that the defense looked terrible. The Eagles defense.
Well, they didn't have Jalen Carter. And their best player.
One guy.
This is their best player.
That's one guy. At the end of the day, like you could scheme away from one person.
I mean, you saw what Joe Alt basically neutralized Chris Jones. Eagles have a phenomenal offensive line. Saquon, the weapons. AJ Brown was a decoy last week. I think he's going to actually do something this week. And yeah, I
I
don't
don't
see.
think that AJ Brown was a decoy. I just don't think Jalen Hurts has the ability to throw to AJ Brown. He can't
No, I
beat
mean,
a zone.
he can not like to an
Not
elite
consistently.
level.
Yeah,
Yeah,
sure.
not to an elite level, but I think enough to win a game. I mean, look how he played in the Super Bowl last year. And the Chiefs are, I think, a worse offense than they were in the Super Bowl right now.
I think that okay, the reason why the Chiefs looked worse off is because the Rashee Rice news comes basically the week of, or maybe like 7 or 8 days before. So you shift, and then you lose Xavier Worthy in like the first quarter. So you
Yeah.
shift, and your offensive game plan, like you've shifted, and now you're 3 deep. Now Hollywood Brown did step up. Travis Kelce did step up, but they weren't supposed to initially. Now they're going to scheme it in a way that these guys are going to be in better positions to succeed. Right? Again, like this was something that
So
I felt like
you think the Chiefs offense has enough to beat the Eagles defense with what they have right now?
I think a lot of teams have enough offense to beat the Eagles defense this year.
Wow. All right. So you're picking the Chiefs.
Chiefs.
All right. Wase goes. Jalen Hurts, best QB in the league by
Wase would
far.
never say that. Wase is the exact opposite on both.
Eagles win.
on
And
both
then
QBs.
so me and Wase are going Eagles. Falcons, Vikings. This game is fascinating to me. I cannot wait to watch this game. Kevin O'Connell, JJ McCarthy versus Michael Penix in a national championship 2023 rematch. Drake London is coming into this game a little banged up with what could be an AC joint sprain. The Falcons' offense looked formidable. Their
They look good
running
against
game
a good,
was terrible,
Bucs
though.
defense.
They could
Against
not
a
run
good
the
Bucs
ball at
defense.
all.
Against a good Bucs defense.
But, I mean, the Vikings have a good defense. I'm going to take the Vikings in this one.
I think I'm going to take the Vikings in this one because the Vikings trust. This is exactly what he would say. The Vikings trust JJ now more than they did in the first half of that game. I think that they're more willing to let him throw. I don't think that even though the Falcons got good pass rush off last week, I don't think that they're going to do that this week because there's a run game, like a seasoned run game that goes along with this, right? I feel like the Bucs are trying to find their footing in terms of their offense, but this offense has been put in place for a while. And I think that
let's transition straight into the next game with that. The one thing that I did, so I rewatched the Falcons and Bucs game, and what I noticed is that they had their starting center, Graham Barton, playing left tackle with Tristan Wirfs out. They had their starting right guard playing center. They had their left tackle, like their offensive line was completely shifted. That's why you saw the Falcons get so much pressure in that first half. But once they settled in, Baker was able to have more time. And he made some crazy. He should have been picked off probably 2 or 3 times in that game. But on the flip side, he made some crazy throws. I mean, the 2 touchdowns to Ibuka alone, I was just like, how do you see that?
Oh my God, Ibuka's a dog.
And
did you hear what happened?
Yeah, he called it.
He called it. He's like, I'm not running that route. Give me a deep post. I got it.
Give me a deep post.
You're a rookie in your first game.
Dude, that's crazy. So the Texans also looked really bad. I was surprised. Like,
terrible. Don't get me
that
wrong.
offense,
the Rams defense is great. Like they're a great defense.
But I mean, CJ1 didn't look comfortable at all in the pocket. It kind of feels like he realizes that he doesn't have an offensive line and he has to make a decision like right away. And he's just not that type of quarterback, I don't think. Nico didn't get involved at all. You saw some Jaden Higgins. I think he played like 43% of snaps. I feel like he needs to get in more. But like the Bucs are always people's get right games. And this is a tough one. I think Baker's going to get revenge for the last time they played this because he threw a game-winning touchdown and then CJ led like a 30-second drive, a 30-second. I think it was a touchdown drive. The last time they played, so I think I'm going to go the Bucs.
Not yeah. He had a business conference called ISNA. He I heard he had a standing speech or activities year over year. I think the Texans get this one, and the reason why I think the Texans get this one is I think that defense in the home opener will be too much for the Rams' offense to do anything.
The
I'm
Bucks offense.
weary. I'm sorry, the Bucks offense to do anything. I'm weary for Baker in this one because I just think that offensive line hasn't played together. Like this, like it hasn't really repped together that much. This is like a bad second game because Worse is activated, right? They're gonna bring him in. No. Yeah, I'm not really okay. Yeah, Texans. I think they win this one quite comfortably.
And then the last game, Chargers and Raiders. I think this game is always so close. And we saw Justin Herbert.
Who was Wasi picking for that one?
Bucks. It's his Houston thing, remember? We saw Justin Herbert play probably the game of his career.
Wasi, we're not taking those seriously, are we?
We are. We have to go off of this.
Okay. Okay, sorry. Chargers, Raiders.
Is this a trap game for the Chargers?
The thing is, they don't have to travel far to get to Las Vegas. And I think that the Chargers teams are built to move. The other thing is, Pete Carroll and Jim Harbaugh freaking hate each other. They have such a burning hatred for one another that this is going to be the most like fireworks filled game that's out there. And it's not in the sense that I would fit right into the Raiders fan base. Wasi would be out.
Wasi would be having his face painted half white, half black.
No, he wouldn't be. Not for the game. He'd be out performing in the street for Vegas crowds. he'd be falling for a 3-card Monty out there. Yeah, I think that the Chargers looked way too freaking good on Friday night. I think that they got an ample rest, and the Chargers take this one. This is a 13-day swing. No, sorry, this is wrong. 9-day swing.
No, yeah, it's a 9-day swing.
Friday to Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. No, yeah, 10-day swing.
10.
I think that they'll have more than enough time to put a game plan together, and Harbaugh's not one to get caught in a get right game. So I think that.
Well, that offensive line, even without Rashawn Slater, looks phenomenal. So imagine if they had.
And we didn't think that was possible. But these guys are cooking. They look
great. I mean, Joe Alt by himself neutralized Chris Jones. Oof. So
Chris
I wonder if they put him on the right. I wonder if they put him on the right to go against Crosby.
Crosby?
Yeah.
I don't know if he would do that week to week.
Maybe we'll see.
Like shifting him around. I don't know.
I mean, he's your best weapon, and then you have the run game. Omarion Hampton looked okay. I expected him to look a lot better, but again, first game. But Genti didn't look all that great. I mean, I guess it was raining, and so it's hard to take that game into account.
Long trip, going like literally coast to coast, right? Corner to corner. I don't blame him for that being such a rough game. But I also think that the Raiders kind of overperformed because they were going against a new team in its entirety. And I know that the Raiders as an organization, like obviously they're new to Vegas and they've got like this turnover, they've got coaching turnover, but they had their talent in place for a few years now. And I'm not going to say that the Raiders are going to gel less than like most other teams, but they do.
The Raiders have had their talent for a few years?
Yeah, like their defensive talent.
Who?
Isn't there like entire? No, but even their defensive backs, their linebackers, they've been there for like 2-3 years at this point, right?
No, because remember they had Christian Wilkins last year, and he's gone. You know he's still a free agent.
Yeah, nobody wants to pick him up.
That's kind of crazy. Like, he's one of the better defensive tackles on the market, and just nobody.
Well,
is
he
picking
still
him
has the
up.
foot injury.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. But no, the Ravens. I mean, they brought in Devin White. They have Jeremy, and so these aren't guys that have been there a
Raiders.
while.
Wait, Raiders. You're saying, right?
Yeah, Raiders.
I mean,
And
Crosby,
then on the
Tyree
offensive
Wilson
side,
have been
it's
there.
all new.
Devin White's new. Jamal Adams new. Jamal Adams lining up at linebacker for them. It's crazy.
Yeah.
How long has Jeremy
Eric Stokes
been
is
there?
new.
McCollum's been there, right?
He's a year. And then their offense is completely new. So they, I mean, and under Pete Carroll as well. What did Christian Wilkins do to get cut? That is a huge mystery.
I don't know. He probably kissed a dude on the lips. Sunshine. Can you talk about what Christian
All right. Well,
Wilkins
those
did to get cut?
are our picks for week 2. I'm really excited now for Sunday show because I want to see that Haroon post game. That's going to be fun.
Haroon would not show up.
You're saying Haroon's not going to show up right now?
Haroon would never show up after a loss. Haroon would say, hi, you know, I gotta take it in. I gotta recoup. I gotta talk to my boys. Muscles. He would. I'm telling you, I've been dealing with Haroon for a while. There would be game where we would bet, and I'm just like, I would call him like, "You doing it?" And Haroon would use loopholes to like get out of it. Because I think one year I'm in one of his leagues now for like, it's got to be like 12 years now at this point. It's called Bear Nation. We've renamed it Bear Nation plus Adel now because I couldn't allow that to keep going. But anyways, Bear Nation was once changed to Lions Nation as part of the bet. I was like, hey, we're gonna change the league name to Lions Nation if the Lions win. And he said, yeah, okay. And we change, and like the Lions win, and I'm calling. He's cutting the phone. He's not answering. He's ducking me. I'm texting him. You bleep, 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 bleep. You better answer my bleep, bleep, bleep. And then he changes the group chat name to Lions Nation. And I was just like, what are you doing? I said, we're going to change the league name. He's like, yeah, we changed the league name on the chat. And then I go, no. We're changing the league name. The name of the league. He's like, oh, you didn't specify, bro. I don't know what you're talking about. I was talking about the chat name. So, you know, I know Haroon, he'll duck his way out of anything.
All right, we'll see. So Sunday, tune in to our live. It's going to be at 6 p.m. 6 to 7, we're going live to recap all the Sunday slate and preview the Sunday night game. That's all we have for today. Thank you for tuning in. Special thanks to Haroon for being our guest today and giving us a great preview and a back and forth of the cousins between him and Adel. Hopefully Wase gets better. If not, Shahir will have to step into his place next week. But yeah, for Adel, I'm Nadeem. We'll see you guys on Sunday.
See you guys.